2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hi, Teresita. How are you? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm getting it colored and cut this week. Good morning, everyone. Morning. Time to start the program. So now it's time for everyone to have a seat. 1. This is what I do in school. 1. Please take your seats, everyone. Thank you. Appreciate that. Good morning. So we are continuing. It is wonderful to be here with you this morning, and we are continuing with our class this morning afterwards on self-mastery, which is called our Miracle Morning. And we are continuing with our theme for this month, which is Gifts of the Spirit. I have a wonderful lesson for you this morning. I think it is. It is all about prayer, meditation, and peace. How many people in here can use some peace? It's unanimous. I thought so. I was guided this week, and I just want to shout out and thank you for last week to Fannie and Barbara and to Rick and to Cord and to all the people who help us to put things together here. Thank you, Yoichi, everyone. I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So I was guided for this lesson this morning, which is going to be very interesting, about peace. It's really important, very, very important to bring peace into your life. And I'm going to be sharing with you something that will be a gift for you that you can take with you and you can do at home. You can do it over the holidays, also known as the hurricane season. And you can practice the peace of God, the blessings of God, the joy of God, and all of the goodness. So I'm very grateful. I'm saying that out loud. And I'm looking forward to peaceful holidays. And I'm sure all of you are as well. And so having said all of that, I'm warmly welcoming each and every one of you and saying to you that when you leave here today, you will feel much better. Even if you're feeling fantastic now, you're going to feel even more fantastic when you leave. Okay? Deal? Yes. Deal. Okay. So please help me welcome Shonda. She's our wonderful licensed practitioner, Shonda Field. She's going to treat for us this morning. Shonda?
So if you would just plant your feet on the floor, close your eyes, and just become present. Father God, acknowledging that you are the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and end. Right here, right now, acknowledging your presence for each and every person in this room. As we breathe into our body, Father God, we connect to the essence of who we are, and we know that we are one with the divine spirit, and we let go of all thoughts of separation. We breathe in, connecting to this truth, connecting to the allness. Each person in this room understands that they are the allness, not separated from anything. They are one with everything, every living being, everything that's here. They are one because you are one with us. Each person in this room understands that they are a gift. They are a gift because you breathe life into each and every person in this room. And each person remembers their gifts. They know that they are the gifts of God walking this earth, and they have a divine purpose. Every person lets go of thoughts, self-defeating thoughts that do not support them, anxiety, fear, not being worthy, and understand because of the allness, because of the oneness, because of the truth of who they are, they embrace this truth, knowing that they are the gifts of life that moves forward. And it's according to their beliefs that things are done unto them. So each person in this room believes that they are a true gift from God and that they have a divine purpose, and they're fulfilling this purpose one step at a time. Each person lets go. They surrender. They surrender to the divine presence and know that Spirit is always working on their behalf. Today, as we move forward in this day, we embrace our truth. We embrace our oneness. We embrace our gifts. We embrace the essence of who we are, knowing that we are not separate. We are prosperity. We are health. We are the divine presence. And these are our gifts. And we embrace these gifts, and we know that Spirit moves forth. Any thoughts that are not supporting this truth, these words right here, right now, are uprooted, neutralized, and dissolved, and sent back to the nothingness from which they came, and replaced with the knowingness that I am one. I am the allness. I am the light. I am the divine presence of God. This is the truth for every person in this room. We give you thanks, releasing it back into law, and so it is.
And so it is. And that is the way it is. Thank you for that, Shonda. That was beautiful. Thank you for that beautiful treatment. And now please help me welcome Barbara Munlin, our licensed practitioner. She's going to do our reading. Barbara.
Thank you. Today I'm going to be reading about peace. Emerson told us, nothing can bring peace but yourself. His words convey a truth, and anyone who has ever been a spiritual seeker knows the only way to a peaceful outer life is first to become peaceful within. But how does a person become peaceful? How can we embody peace? Webster says, to embody is to give body to incarnate. Remembering that we are children of the living God, the author of peace and lover of concord, we can begin by refusing to be caught up in confusion or turmoil of any kind. We can become conscious of the presence of peace within us, diligently maintaining such a consciousness no matter what. And we can allow our life to express the peace that we find within ourselves. Ernest Holmes says, what life does for us must be done through us. And while God is ever willing to give, we must choose to receive. We must allow the peace of God to rule our hearts in order to live peaceful lives. Then we can extend our peace to the world. Science of Mind magazine, July 1988.
Thank you for that, Barbara. That was a beautiful reading. I love that idea of being an author of peace. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so our announcements for this morning, we have our self-mastery class afterward this morning, the Miracle Morning. That will continue. This is our last class today, so it's been a wonderful experience for each and every one of us. I know that, and it has kind of catapulted us out into a new experience, I think, basically. This Wednesday night, Barbara Munlin will be speaking at the Unitarian Center, so if you want to join her, she's going to be talking about the invisible presence, the invisible power that is within each and every one of us that we can use to create our own miracles or to create something wonderful, such as peace in our own lives. So now it's time for all of us to wish each other a happy Sunday. So let's wish each other a happy Sunday. 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 Happy Sunday, Barbara. Happy Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. Happy Sunday. So happy Sunday, everyone. And now it's time for our wonderful guest artists, James and Julie. So please help me welcome James and Julie.
It's nice to see all those smiling faces out there. Everybody looks bright and radiant this morning. All right, well, this is one of our favorite New Thought holiday songs by Melissa Etheridge. We like to do this one when we get the chance. Yeah, that was this was a birthday present this past year.
This is this song actually is by Melissa Etheridge, and we were lucky enough to get to see her in concert this year. And this is actually the guitar that she was playing on stage. So I was inspired enough after the concert that I said, I've always wanted a 12-string. That's the one. So, yes. Yes.
Yeah, she's great.
She is
She's
easy
fantastic.
to love.
Yeah, and if you don't know her album, A New Thought for Christmas, it's fantastic. You'll love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Windshields kissed with snow on this endless interstate. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. We sing love, love, love. It's glorious.
Friends and family near, no more judgments, no more fear. All is calm, all is bright. Everyone will hold this light and sing love, love, love. It's glorious.
I have heard the angels sweetly singing o'er the plains, and I've heard the mountains echoing their sweet refrain. Love, love, love. It's glorious love, love. I have heard the angels sweetly singing o'er the plains, and I've heard the mountains echoing their sweet refrain. They sing love, love. It's glorious love, love. Join us.
Glorious love. It's glorious
It's glorious. You guys sound nice
Nice
out
singing.
there. Thanks for singing.
Nice singing.
Beautiful song. I love that. That is really beautiful. Thank you. Really lovely, lovely message this morning. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the spiritual gifts of peace, the gift of peace. So I want you to think about the word peace. Be still and know that I am God. Know that I am the Spirit within you. And that Spirit is always blessing us, bringing us a peaceful feeling within. So I've asked Barbara and Fannie to please give you these handouts. You can take them home with you. As part of the season, You know, this is a season, and it can be a magical season, a very beautiful season. But I am going to split this lesson this morning into two different parts. The first part are the 5 steps of peace, and the second part is a Buddhist meditation that I want to share with all of you, because I'm learning from this class that I've been teaching and from all the work that I've done, that the best kind of thing to do is to find something that you can do for yourself every day. That's really what the message is about. So I can give you the information, but you have to do something with it. And I keep saying that over and over again in most of the lessons that I'm teaching. You have to be the one that does something with this. So this is my invitation for peace. This was from Conversations with God. How many of you have heard of that book with Neil Donald Walsh? So I want to kind of get to this today to take a look at what are the 5 steps to peace. I want to review them according to our teaching. And Neil Donald Walsh is definitely a religious scientist. And you may know his story. He was homeless. He had a broken neck. He was out in the street. And he began having these conversations with God. And I think that whenever you're having a conversation with higher intelligence, higher power, God, call it what you will, you get more clarity, you get more peace. So if you are seeking peace, this is what we're going to be working with today, the spiritual idea of peace. And I love the reading this morning because the words, being an author of peace, means that you are the one that is authoring peace. And that it doesn't just come to you from something you listen to, it comes to you from something you practice. So if you're practicing something, whether it be prayer, whether it be silence or meditation, then you have the clarity of peacefulness. So you can have peace in the midst of what some people would call confusion. So let's take a look at the first one. Permitting ourselves to acknowledge that some of our old beliefs about God and life are no longer working. So how many people in here would say that they can kind of identify with that? So you're letting go of some of those old beliefs about God, that God wants to somehow punish us or victimize us, anything like that. We want to let that go, and we get a new idea about God. That God wants us to be happy, wants us to have peace of mind, wants to create for us all of the things that we would like to have. So if you have an idea about God, maybe you don't believe in God, that's okay. You know, there are a lot of people who don't believe in God, and maybe you have a higher power, divine intelligence. Call it whatever you will, but call it into your life, whatever that may be. Divine intelligence, the universe, universal mind. Gabrielle Bernstein writes a lot of books about the universe. The universe has your back. That's one of her books. It's wonderful. So thinking of something that is guiding you and blessing you and uplifting you and inspiring you, that is the new thought about God. God is our inspiration. God is our blessing. God is our peace. God, the God of your understanding. You see, it's not for me to tell you who that God is, but it is for you to get clear about that idea, to get some clarity about the idea of God and what God represents in your life. You see? Because God is spiritual intelligence. God is all things. God is a blessing. There are so many attributes of God. The Spirit of God is beauty and love and light. And you can look around this city and you can see the magic of this city. You know, when I was coming in this morning and I drive in and I was looking at Central Park, the snow, the magic of it, it's just absolutely beautiful. Now, some people will look at that and they'll see something entirely different, right? So it's what you're looking at. How do you look at God? How do you look at spirit in your life, the divine intelligence that is always guiding you? You have to get clear and get a new belief and a new idea about God. That's his first point. Get a new idea about God. As he was having these conversations with God, and I think he did 3 or 4 books on this, he was talking to God about his condition and how he would go from one area of life to another. How would he lift himself up? I was speaking with someone this morning that was saying that they had an opportunity. They were given an opportunity and they thought, well, maybe I can't do this, or how will I do this? If you are given an opportunity, that opportunity will give you everything it needs within itself, if you will just go with it, if you will allow it, if you will accept it, you see? We are getting all kinds of new ideas about things, and God is one of them. Spirit. You have a spirit within you that is always for you. The second thing, explore the possibility. I love this one. This one is very powerful. Explore the possibility that there is something that we do not understand about God and life, and the understanding of which could change everything. So what is he saying there? Maybe there's something about your life that you're not really understanding, but you're willing. If you've come through a health crisis or a financial crisis, the first step that you take to create peace for yourself, to create that demonstration, is your willingness. Your willingness to let go of the old idea and the old belief and to form a whole new idea, to get clarity, you see, to pray for peace of mind and to pray for clarity, to be willing, you see, to be willing to have a new idea. You don't want to come out of the idea of lack, loss, or limitation. You want to come out of the idea that you are an abundant person, that you are filled with blessings and that God is always blessing you. So you are letting go of that old idea that no longer works for you, and you are creating a new idea. So you are exploring the possibility, he is saying, that if you could understand something in a different way, that it could change everything in your life. And what he's saying, let me be clear about this, because this is the clarity piece. If you have a health challenge, and you keep working with that challenge like it's never going to change, you're right. If you have a financial challenge and you're feeding it, you know, I have people tell me, well, let's create this to help someone. No, let's create the consciousness of wealth and well-being. Let's do that. You have that ability. That's the new idea for you folks. You have the ability to create that new idea. And when you can't do it, then you have to go to someone who will do it for you. It's called the High Watch. Beautiful prayer that was written by Ken Gordon's wife. She's a lovely, lovely woman. And she wrote a prayer called Oneness, the High Watch. And the High Watch is when someone else takes the idea for you and works with you and creates something for you that you cannot create for yourself. And you don't have to know how they're doing it. So if you're having a challenge in your life, in any area of your life, go to someone who's willing to hold the High Watch, a practitioner. Someone who will hold the High Watch if you can't hold it for yourself, you see? Would you agree with me if I told you there's a lot of confusion in the world today? Is that an understatement? Yeah. Yes. Yes. So if you get a new idea about yourself and how you're going to operate in your world each and every day and where you're going to come from, are you going to be challenged sometimes? Yes. I always go to the idea of Jesus, the master teacher, who said the poor will always be among us. I keep coming back to that. He wasn't talking about the poor money. He was talking about what we call today the haters. That's what we call it today. They're always with us, you see? And it doesn't matter where it comes from. You have to get clarity to get peace of mind. You have to go back to spirit, go back to God, get a new understanding about something, and it changes everything in your life. You go from, I cannot do this, to yes, I can do this, and I will do it, and I'm willing. That's the second piece. If you have a financial or a health challenge or any kind of challenge, you have to be willing to recognize it and to know that it can change for you. That's your new understanding. If you're facing a situation at work where you have a lot of challenges on a daily basis, you have to know that there's some kind of a solution that's coming through you and that Spirit is creating it. We all have to get clear about that each and every day of our lives. That's why I'm stressing to you today, as I always do not just take information in. This next new year, I want all of us to begin to have this practice, to begin to do things for ourselves, rather than just sitting in a room and listening and getting information. Doesn't work anymore, folks. What works is when you begin to practice. You're practicing the presence. You're practicing affirmative prayer. This Wednesday night, Barbara will be at the Unitarian Center. You can go there and you can practice with her, and she will show you. She will guide you. So you have a lot of different tools to work with. Peace is very important. It's important to your health and well-being. It truly is. When you have peace, you also have clarity. And peace comes from practice. The third point he's making, announce that you are willing. I just said that word, willingness, for new understandings to now be brought forward. Understandings that could produce a new way of life on this planet. So that if you get a new understanding about something, you see, I spoke about this a couple weeks ago. When you give to someone, give with the idea of love. Not that someone is less fortunate than you are, because you are maintaining that idea. And you are sustaining that idea on the planet. And we were raised with this. I don't know about you, but I know my family, that's a big thing. Oh, they're less fortunate. Let me go and help them. They're less fortunate. We are creating something there, and we have to change that whole idea, you see? We are now creating new ideas for ourselves and other people. Create a good idea for yourself. Bless yourself every day. Practice the presence. Explore a new belief system for yourself. Get clarity about who you are. You know, Dr. Grayson always used to say, who am I? What am I? He'd say it over and over, and I used to say to myself, what does he keep saying that for? I didn't understand. What he said that for is because he wanted all of us to recognize that there is something within us that is always for us, and that is our new definition of God. That is our new definition of spirit. That is the new understanding that will bring you more clarity, more peace of mind, and more joy, whatever you may be going through. And we all go through challenges, every one of us. We all have them, but it's how we handle them, how we work with them, and how we bounce back and come back to our lives with renewal. And I'm speaking about that the last Sunday of the month, the spiritual idea of renewal, very, very powerful. So get a new understanding about something. Understand something in a new, more empowering way. I heard a wonderful definition of a teacher. A teacher is someone who empowers someone, not disempowers. You see? Empower yourself. You have that teacher within you that is always guiding you and blessing you and uplifting you. So, we are going to announce that we are willing for new understandings to now be brought forward. And in that way, we are co-creating with God a new understanding. What is our mission statement in this teaching? It is to create a world that works for everyone. You see? This is a whole new idea. And most people out there don't get that, you know? But we have to be the ones that are creating it, not only for ourselves, but for other people as well. Creating a world that works for everyone. And then number 4, courageously examine these new understandings. And the big if here, if they align with your personal truth and knowing, enlarge your belief system to include them. In other words, if you are having challenges in the area of health, you are going to now enlarge your belief system to let that go. And you are going to believe that you have this good health in your body, that your cells are radiating good health, and you're going to do that every day. And if you're having challenges, you don't want to get stuck in them, you see? When you get stuck in something, there's a way to get out of it. There's a way to go through it. A new understanding, a new belief system will take you there. You know, this past week I was reading a lot, and I was studying with this man. His name is Robin Sharma. Anybody hear of him? Wonderful teacher, magnificent. So he says that there's 3 points, and I'm going to talk about this in the class this morning, but I want to share a little bit with you this morning. He says, when you begin something new, you start a new habit, what happens is you are reconstructing something in your belief system. And sometimes that reconstruction comes with a deconstruction. And the deconstruction may show up as some form of an illness, some form of a challenge, but you don't stop building the house. I said this a couple weeks ago in the class. Just because something comes in front of you that you don't like doesn't mean that you give up and say, okay, stop all the construction on the house, I'm not going to do this. What he says is you keep going, you see? If you use that analogy, you can look at it in any area of your life, and in the area of peacefulness. If there are people in your life that are not bringing you peace, you can choose peace anyway. You can have a new belief system about that I will be at peace, you see? I will be at peace with my family. I will have a peaceful holiday. I will bless myself. I will bless other people. You're changing your energy. You are reconstructing yourself from within. You're getting a new belief. This is what Donald Walsh is talking about in Conversations with God. This is a man who rose up from a broken neck, being homeless on the street, to becoming an international best-selling author, Conversations with God. So whatever you're thinking right now, think about what you're thinking. Well, that's him, that's not me. If that's what you're thinking, get a new thought about that, you see? And begin to understand and expand your awareness, because it's all about expansion, isn't it? It's all about expanding your awareness to include more good in your life, whatever you may be facing. Whatever challenge that you have, you look at the solution, and you know that it's there for you. That Spirit is always blessing, uplifting, and inspiring you all of the time, bringing you peace of mind. So, courageously examine these new understandings and enlarge your belief system to include them. Greater health, greater wealth. You don't get greater wealth by going to someone and getting money. You get greater wealth by building the consciousness within yourself that you have it, because you do. Everyone does, you see? You don't get greater wealth out there, you get it from within. I always say, go within and you will never have to go without. If you spend a few minutes every morning doing prayer work for yourself in whatever area that you need, I guarantee you, you will have greater peace of mind. You will have greater clarity. It's in the knowingness that you have this thing within you, and it can bring you the peace of mind that you need. So maybe you're going on holiday this year, wherever you're going. Send a message of peace before you. Peace, be still, and know. And know. And say a prayer for the people around you. I do that now. I bless people. I pray for people. I was just in a store this week, and this is a challenge, you know. It's not, I go into the store and I hand them my card, and I had like 37 items declined. You ever have that happen? That was a first for me. I guess I'm lucky. Anyway, I had to go out to my car, come back in, and I'm not complaining. I did it. I got back, I talked to the bank. It was a mistake that they made, but I had to do all of that. But you see, it's the way I handled it. Because if you want to take your anger and your stress and you want to heighten it, that's what you're going to get more of. So you want to lower it, lower the temperature. So I said to the man at the counter, my apologies for this, and I will be right back. And I brought another card, and it all worked out. Then I called the bank. It was their mistake, you see. And then I treated, and everything cleared up. So you clear up your consciousness. You are cleansing the area around you, you see. You are clearing up the area around you, or you are clearing up something in your body. Maybe you're upset with yourself because you've gone through a certain kind of challenge. Let it go. Move forward, move into the newness of the day. Allow yourself to be at peace. Give yourself the peace that you deserve, the peace and the clarity. And then finally, express our lives as a demonstration of our, this is cool, express our lives as a demonstration of our highest beliefs rather than a denial of them. You see? So you tell yourself, okay, this year I am going to create X amount of dollars. And then right after that you say, who are you kidding? Right? Ever do that? Don't deny your good. Begin to work with the idea. This is something that I learned this week that I want to share with you. If you're having thought systems that are creating some challenges, treat that Spirit will bring you the right thinking. You can treat to have good thinking every day. So you would say something like this. Let me just give you an example. So this word is now being spoken for everyone in the audience, including the speaker, knowing that God is the center. God is at the center of my being, and God is at the center of everyone here. And God is creating with me a new thought system, a thought system that is blessing me, uplifting me, and encouraging me. And it moves out into my life with new ideas that resonate within me, and they resonate for everyone here in this room this morning. And they resonate as spiritual ideas that bless, uplift, and inspire everyone to create greater health, greater wealth, greater clarity, and more peace of mind. How about that? How about that every day? And then expect that to happen, you see? And if something comes up and it's challenging, treat to release it, neutralize it, and dissolve it. So what he is saying is, really support your new ideas. Don't deny them. Support them. If someone offers you something and it's an opportunity, don't say to yourself, how in God's name will I do that? Say, yes, I can, and yes, I will. I was sharing this morning that when I first started teaching, a long time ago, I remember it was in a Catholic school, and the nun said to me, Can you do this? It was an 8th grade class. I had never taught before in my life. I had a college degree, and I had done social work and different counseling modalities. And I said, sure, I can. And then when I got into the classroom, I have to be honest, I said to myself, uh-oh, what do you do now? But I was guided, you see? I just stepped out. So I'm inviting each and every one of you, step out. Don't be afraid, because fear is what holds us back. Well, what if this happens? What if they really find out that you can't teach, Loretta? Well, they'll find out. See? It's okay. It's okay. Everything is okay as it is. It's what you bring to it. Bring yourself to something and give it your energy, give it your joy, give it your passion. That's really what peace is all about. Co-create with God. And the rest is history. I went on to get my master's degree, and I loved teaching, and I taught on the graduate level, and then I came into this teaching. So I was meant to do this. So if someone is offering you something and telling you that you have this opportunity, bless it. Bless the opportunity. Bless each day. Bless everything that is given to you. You see? Bless the opportunities. Bless yourself. Expand your awareness to include more, to express your life as a demonstration, he is saying, of your highest belief rather than a denial of it. And you say, well, what will people think if I walk around saying I can do this and I'm wonderful? They'll think what they think. Remember Wayne Dyer? I free myself of the good opinion of other people. I love that. I free myself of the good opinion of other people. So these are the 5 things that you can take with you, and you can enjoy them around the holidays and so on. And you can be blessed by them and uplifted and inspired. And now I'm going to give to you what is considered how many of you know anything about Buddhism? Because I know nothing about it. Okay, so some of you, a lot of you do, wonderful. So maybe you've heard of the meditation. So I'm going to share that with you this morning. It's a meditation. You can bring it with you. You can do it. And I don't know why, but I'm guided to give this to you this morning because I think everyone in here is going to benefit, including me. Okay? So let's take a look at the meditation. Let's see what it is. So we had the 5 steps of peace. So this is a Buddhist meditation. And what we're going to do is we're going to say something together, and then we're going to move along, and as we do it, we're going to be working with our consciousness to bring peace into our lives. So let's say this together. I am safe.
I am safe.
I am happy.
I am happy.
I am healthy.
I am healthy.
I am at peace.
I am at peace.
You see how that makes you feel when you say that? So let's say it again. I am safe.
I am safe.
I am happy.
I am happy.
I am healthy.
I am healthy.
I am at peace.
I am at peace.
And you're feeling these words as you say them. And now I'd like you to think of someone who always had your good interests at heart. Someone that was very good to you, very kind to you. They may have messed up a few times, but basically they love you. Maybe it's your mom, maybe it's someone who has passed on, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's a friend, but I want you to get that good feeling of that person that really gave to you and was wonderful and was there for you. And now I want you to picture that person. And the person could have passed on, it doesn't matter, but I want you to get a picture of that person. So you have that person in mind? And now I'd like you to say the words again. I am safe.
I am safe.
I am happy.
I am happy.
I am healthy.
I am healthy.
I am at peace.
I am at peace.
And now think of this benefactor and think of the love that they have for you and the caring that they gave to you and the way that they made you feel in your life. Could be your child, could be a pet, could be anything at all that has been a benefactor. And let's say this again, and get that person in mind again. Get a picture of that person, and let's say this again. I am safe.
I am safe.
I am happy.
I am happy.
I am healthy.
I am healthy.
I am at peace.
I am at
And now I'd like you to think about someone that you don't have any energy toward. It could be the person next to you, could be the person in back of you, someone that it's like a neutral kind of energy. And I want you to think of that person now. Could be your postman, someone that you really go into the store and you meet and you've seen a few times. Could be someone like that. But it's a person of neutral energy. And now I want you to say to that person, you are safe.
You are safe.
You are happy.
You are happy.
You are healthy.
You are healthy.
You are at peace.
You are at peace.
And now I want you to come back to the benefactor, the person that really, really loves you and has really given you so much good in your life when you think of this person. And I want you to say the words to the person, the benefactor. You are safe.
You are safe.
You are happy.
You are happy.
You are healthy.
You are healthy.
You are at peace.
You are at peace.
Just take a deep breath and take that in and take in all of those good feelings that you have. And now I'd like you to think of someone who may have created a challenge in your life. Maybe it's a person, it could be an institution, it could be someone that's caused a problem. Don't put too much negativity around it, but just get that person in mind. And now I want you to send them positive energy lightly in your mind. So let's say this together. To this person, you have the person in mind. You are safe.
You are safe.
You are happy.
You are happy.
You are healthy.
You are healthy.
You are at peace.
You are at peace.
Let's say that again, remembering the person, bringing them into mind, or the institution, or whatever it may be. You are safe.
You are safe.
You are happy.
You are happy.
You are healthy.
You are healthy.
You are at peace.
You are at peace.
And now I want you to think about the blessings, and I want you to send energy to yourself and think about blessing yourself. I am blessed.
I am blessed.
I am at peace.
I am at peace.
I am love.
I am love.
I am peace.
I am peace.
And just take all of that in and take a moment and just recognize that you are changing your energy when you do something like that. And I love this practice because what you can do with this, if you have someone that is a challenge in your life, you start out with I am safe, and then you go to a person who is a benefactor, then you go to someone who is neutral, and then you go to someone who is a challenge. Did anyone feel a little bit of a lightness or a difference in energy from that? Because what you're doing is you're letting go of whatever it is that you're carrying. And sometimes people say, well, let's forgive someone, and if you don't feel that energy, when you do something like that, you are letting go. You're lightening up your own energy, so it's good for you. It brings peace and clarity and blessings into your life. So I think if you take that practice with you over the holidays, to bless yourself with it, to be uplifted and inspired by it. I'd like to close the lesson this morning with a spiritual mind treatment for peace and blessings. Reverend Michael Beckwith. I honor that man today. I honor the work that he does in the world. I honor him as someone who is blessing the planet and all of the teachers and all of the people in the world who are sending out their blessings, including each and every one of you. Remember to bless yourself every day. Remember to give peace to yourself every day. Take some time. Before I do the treatment, I want to share something. I think I shared it a few weeks ago. When you are upset with something, Hal Elrod says, take 5 minutes out of your day to really get ticked off. And then really put yourself into that anger, let it go. And then after the 5 minutes is up, that's it. Done. Go on with your day. Give yourself peace. I can see the change in the room today. I wish you could see your faces. There's just a different feeling in here. I feel like that Buddhist practice is very, very powerful. I'd like to seal that with a spiritual mind treatment and a prayer for which I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for the methodology of this teaching because it really, really touches so many lives and blesses so many lives. So let's know this truth as we join in consciousness. This is a prayer for peace for each and every one of you. There is one life, one power, and one divine essence, and it operates in, around, through, and upon the conscious mind of each and every one in this room. Each one then is uplifted, inspired, and blessed to move out into life and to get ideas that enrich their lives out of this lesson, to practice the presence in their daily lives, to be more blessed, more uplifted, more inspired from within, to move out into life in a new direction, enlarging the belief system to include the more of life. More joy, more peace of mind, greater health, greater wealth, more clarity, and more purpose. Each and every person in this room receives the gift of peace, receives the gift of clarity, receives the gift of joy. And with this joy, they are inspired to move out in a new direction, enlarging their belief system and knowing that when God says yes, the world is right with them. And God says yes right now in this moment. And we say to this treatment, as we release it into law, that it is done, so be it. And we say, and so it is. And that is the way it is. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and welcome our wonderful guest artists, James and Julie.
We want to seal in that wonderful message on peace by singing a little Let There Be Peace on Earth. But we are coupling it with an upbeat chant afterwards. We've done this with you before, I am the light of the world, so we can really raise the energy and the vibration as you go out. So I'll go ahead and pass these around. You won't need them for the first part, but you'll have them for the second part.
In the spirit of that consciousness that was gifted to me as this as today has progressed, I just wanted to say, express gratitude for being able to be here all throughout 2017. It's been a joy. We love everyone. We especially are thankful to Loretta and everyone who volunteers to make this such a special place. So I was feeling that.
So I know a lot of the churches close their service with this song, Let There Be Peace on Earth, and have people stand and hold hands. I think if that feels good to you, it might be kind of nice to stand and hold hands and make a connection with each other. Ready? Yeah. You do look good out there. I see what Reverend Loretta meant about the lightened faces. There's like a light in the room. It's a beautiful thing.
I encourage everyone to look in front of you and look behind you and see if there's someone who's hoping to take your hand. Fantastic.
Ah, very nice.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth,
world.
I am the light of the world, dispeller of darkness and bringer of peace. I am the light of the world has been